Hello Aries, and welcome to TenPaths Tarot. Spirit has delivered a beautiful message for you today. At first, I asked Spirit to give us a theme for the reading with an oracle card. I started with the Native American oracle cards, but Spirit said, no, your message wasn't there. So then I went to the Witching Hour oracle cards. And the card that sprang from the deck was self-reward. And here we see an older woman. She is laughing and celebrating herself. She's done a good job on something. She just looks filled with happiness and joy. And look at the owl. The owl on her shoulder is saying, that is the correct direction to go. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your accomplishments. Have fun with them. And the first card out of the deck, I use the chrysalis deck. What do they call that? The chrysalis tarot. And the first card out of the deck was the Seven of Mirrors, and it shows a woman at a loom, and she is weaving love that is spreading out to the world. You see behind her there's a broken mirror. It's not that she hasn't had some setbacks or shakeups in love, but she continues to work, and she puts love and caring into her work. And that is what's making it successful, is that love she's feeling. And so, again, it's important to take time for yourself so you don't start feeling your work is a burden. That will sap that love, and that love is what's driving you forward. I want to point out something on the chrysalis tarot. I have words written on the back because they don't use the standard cups and wands and pentacles. So the mirrors here represent the cups, and that just reminds me. So if you wonder what the words are on the back, that's what it is. So the next card out was even better. It's the world. It's the world. Look at that. This woman is transforming into a butterfly. Wow. We see darkness around her. There's still a lot of unknowns. There are fruits growing on the vines, which indicate her work again is being very successful. It's spreading, it's growing. And this is allowing her to show her true colors. And in exchange, she receives the world. With time, you will receive the world. It is yours. But now is a time to become the hermit. But this hermit isn't isolating themselves on a mountain. Instead, they're allowing that love to grow. I don't know if they're meditating. They're just starting to see people and the world around them in a new light, but they're letting that spread. It's like she's holding an egg, and that egg is what's giving off the light to the world and allowing things to grow. That light of love that we allow ourselves to feel is our essence, and it is what lets Spirit connect to us. If we don't have that in us, I won't say Spirit can't, but it is so difficult. That love is what allows Spirit in. And after you've had this period of rest, this time to yourself, to take a moment, 2, 3, take a few days, and just relax with yourself and think about the accomplishments you've had and the positive things that have happened. After you've done that, you become the Page of Wands, or spirals on this card. So the spirals or the wands are our desires, the things we want to grow. And look, there's your sign in the card. There's a ram, and it's prancing. It's eager to move. It's eager to go forward. And the page has knowledge. They're using that knowledge that they have to continue to expand. A page would become a knight. So over time, it's not immediate. But look how happy he looks now that he's rested. His work is like it's brand new to him, and that's what we want to keep going. We want to keep that feeling of newness alive with what we're doing, because that is allowing Spirit in to guide us. Now, under the Seven of Mirrors, I went back to my usual deck after this, and that's the Mystical Tarot. Here we have the Five of Wands, and this is a period of stagnation in a way, because although several men are holding up their dreams, they're all looking in different directions. They can't decide which way to go. And to me, this represents that crack in the mirror in the other card. That represents that crack in the mirror. So it may have gotten to a point where you felt so tired, or your team just wasn't meshing together if you're working with other people, that it's time for a break. Because that, if you keep dwelling on something, it doesn't allow the magical thoughts to come in. It doesn't allow those an entry point. You have to let those go for new thoughts, better thoughts, helpful thoughts to come in. Here we have another darkness card. Darkness represents the unknown, but this is the star. The star represents spiritual guidance, if we will allow it. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where all of this is taking us. We don't have to. Keep with the love. She's pouring the water. The water represents love, and Spirit will guide you the rest of the way. I think it's interesting that under that Hermit card, that's encouraging you to step back, rest, gain your connection with that feeling of love, we get the Temperance card, which is balancing our earthly lives with our spiritual and emotional lives. It's putting everything together, and that will allow Spirit to guide us, to move us forward. But we have to have that balance. And sometimes we have to step away to do that. After you've taken this period of rest again, before we had the page of spirals, we had that page that's ready to move on. Under that, we have clarity of vision. We're tempted to keep looking back at issues we've had that we've already taken care of, but they stay in our minds. This eagle on her throne is looking in the wrong direction, but there's one in her brain that's looking in the correct way. It's that Spirit that's trying to guide her in the correct direction. I also think it's interesting that Spirit in this card is sleeping, is resting. This is what's needed for that clarity of thought, that clarity of vision. And then when you move forward, enjoy the process. Know that what you're doing is an act of love. When it stops feeling like an act of love, when it feels like drudgery, celebrate what you've accomplished. Again, go back to this. Go back to this state. Take some time away. It's okay. The odds of everything falling apart in a few days, it isn't going to happen. It's so rare. So take that time out. That's what refreshes you and lets you really enjoy your work. If you are only going ahead until it feels like, ooh, it's a battle. I know we're sort of taught that, at least in the culture I'm in, We're taught that if you're not hurting yourself, if you're not just wasting yourself away, that you're not working hard enough. That's not work. That's abuse. If someone was doing that to you, you would say they're abusive. Don't be your own abuser. Take time for yourself. Take time to enjoy your life and feel the love, feel the connection you have with your work. And then it will keep moving forward. And that's all I have for you today, Aries. I really appreciate your being here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I'm always glad to see you again. Bye for now.